Hi, my name is Phil Sloves, and I was the swing and understudy for Mr. Krabs and Patrick Star in SpongeBob SquarePants, the Broadway musical. I went on for Mr. Krabs 7 times. I went on for Patrick once. It was incredible. It was amazing, and it opened some doors for me. And yeah, I would not trade that for the world. So when I was getting into costume and makeup for Mr. Krabs, first thing I always had a full beard ready to go because for Mr. Krabs you need a goatee. And if I were in the ensemble ever, they didn't want me to just have the goatee. So they figured they could make it easier, like just color in my beard. The main goal was to be able to have a goatee, but not all the time. So if I knew I was going on for Krabs, I would shave my goatee, and then I would do a layer of really dark black, like character makeup on my goatee. And then on top of that, we would take a fine comb and dip it into this red, like bright red MAC, like it was like a matte finish, I think they called it, matching the hair. Yeah, it was very much matching the hair. We did the same with the eyebrows. We did like a little age line at places, I believe it was crabs and plankton down for wigs. So you go down to the wig room and they put these little rubber bands in your hair. I have no hair right now due to COVID, but not due to that, due to my lack of barber
as a
access.
result of, yeah.
Yeah, so they put little rubber bands in your hair, and then they put 2 wig caps on and your microphone into the wig cap. I learned you have to put your fingers like this for them to put on the wig. They put it on, and then they just pin the crap out of it. They go to town. So for Patrick, I had to shave my face completely clean, and they had it was actually called, I think it was called like Starfish eyeshadow that they had us use. I think it was all MAC products. I believe they were a sponsor of sorts, or that's what the designer liked to use. And then an eyebrow just to darken a little bit. And the wig was really cool. It was like a blonde wig that came to like a point, like a curl, like a coif, and it was a pink coif. I had a pink cheek that I put on as well. When I went down, they like fluffed it out and made it nice. Because in my mind, I'm like, I'm on Broadway. It's a huge stage. I need to be angular, right? And they're like, no. I'll help you, baby. I have typically never really been in many roles that require me to be heavily made up. So I don't rely on makeup necessarily to enhance my performance or get myself into a character. What really does it for me is like taking the time to myself to just take deep breaths and focus in on what I'm doing. And right before like we're about to start a show, I find a little corner to myself and I have a little prayer / mantra that I recite to myself out loud, and just it always ends with like breathe in the good stuff and breathe out the bad stuff. My advice to anyone who is pursuing a career in the arts is, first of all, be true to yourself, because there are so many people trying to do this, but there's only one you that is trying to do this. There's going to be a lot of people that are similar in type, of course. Like I'm sure Duane and I will be in the same audition room at some point. We're both character men, and it'll happen. Other than being yourself, I would say yes to what you're comfortable with. Do not put yourself in an uncomfortable situation, but I would say that many opportunities will come your way more often if you will be more willing to say yes to certain opportunities. Like free readings, you can meet some great people that'll pull you into a big production that you didn't even know they were working on. So it's all about connections and being true to yourself, I think, is the biggest way to make a place for yourself in this world.